Yo, what's going on? This D-Man. Bringing to you a wrap-up of the Q&A session NBA Live had earlier today on Twitter. First off, I want to apologize for this video because the whole way through it's just going to be this screenshot. There's not really any gameplay out yet, and we all seen the trailer a bunch of times. We all seen the Mike Conley interview, and so I just figured, I'll just leave this screenshot up because the questions and answers is the most important thing here right now. So I just want to go into this. And it wasn't my questions. These are the questions I found interesting. And I'm not going to leave the Twitter handles of the people that were asking questions because I don't know how they will feel about that. I don't know them. They don't know me. And that would just be weird. Now, people like Operation Sports, Steve Noah, NLSC, I'll let you know their questions because, I actually know those guys. So I don't think they would mind that much. But anyways, I'm going to just jump right into the questions. The first question I saw asked about signature skills in NBA Live 14 and signature moves. And NBA Live 14 replied with, there will be 40 players with signature moves plus packages. Now this includes dump packages also. NBA Live 14 came out and said they will also have dump packages, which is always good for a basketball game, more customization. I love customization. Another person asked, can you actually dunk on people? And of course, dunk on people, he was referring to DeAndre Jordan on Brandon Knight or LeBron James on Jason Terry. And NBA Live 14 responded with, nothing will be canned. You can definitely get dunked on, which is good because honestly, I just hope it's fluid. In NBA 2K, you could dunk on people and make them fall, but it doesn't look right. Same with the ankle breakers. They always fall before you even do anything or after you're already done a crossover. It just doesn't look fluid when people fall on 2K. So hopefully next gen in this new Ignite engine, we can get some realistic animations going on. And speaking of the Ignite engine, the next question is actually how will the new engine enhance the game? NBA Live 14 replied with animation, quality, physics, and fluidity to name a few. The four main parts of a sports game in my opinion. Moving on to the next question. This was actually asked by Steve Noah, referring to 5-on-5 gameplay and when can we expect, just a clip of it, a glimpse of some 5-on-5 gameplay because we haven't seen any yet. And NBA Live 14 replied with, they understand how urgent it is and we can expect some gameplay later this summer, which is for me, it's kind of the standard because I guess they could release them now, but it wouldn't do them any good. For example, go back to E3 last year when 2K released some 2K13 gameplay and it looked exactly like 2K12 and everybody was already making judgments talking about, we're not going to get 2K13, stuff like that. So it's really no point in releasing any gameplay now. Let them tighten it up, let them get it all ready, and later this summer, you can pass judgment then. Because few months in dev time is a long time. A game can go from really bad to really good in 2 months. So later this summer is when you can expect some 5-on-5 gameplay. No problem with that at all. Now, somebody asked about the presentation, the commentators, things like that. NBA Live 14 will have the ESPN presentation and the NBA on ESPN commentators. Looking forward to that. I always like the presentation on live when it comes to the scoreboard. They used to have the TNT and all that stuff going on. I always like that about live. So not much is changing in NBA Live 14. They're going to have ESPN. Now, another person also asked about the game modes. And it's too early to talk about game modes. So we're going to get that later this summer also. Now, a few people were taking shots at 2K. And I kind of expected this. I was wondering who was going to be bold enough to do it. And so some people are like, yo, can you block dunks on NBA Live 14? Because you can't do it on 2K13. And of course, they're like, absolutely you can block dunks. Because, blocking dunks is a part of the game. And they're also fighting for, when you block a layup or something out of bounds, it doesn't hit an invisible wall. Which is something I honestly forgot about because that hasn't been in 2K for a while, I think. So hopefully in NBA Live, they don't have that invisible wall because it seems kind of, it just seems kind of old school to have a invisible wall on a blocked shot. So hopefully there's no invisible walls and hopefully we're able to block dunks because it just doesn't seem possible now. Once again, the next question, somebody goes right at 2K. They ask, why should I get live over 2K? NBA Live replies with bounce tech, synergy, and sig moves. Should I go on? Now, NBA Live seems to be putting bounce tech and synergy out there for us. Like, this is the greatest thing ever. So hopefully all this stuff lives up to the hype. They seem to be banking on it. This feels like one of those things that may be the game changer. So we'll just have to see how it works out when the 5-on-5 gameplay is released and just see how it looks. Now, somebody else asked something I was actually interested in. It was talking about the defense and how the AI will react. And they said the defense will feel natural and they'll have team-specific defenses, which is good because right now on 2K, every team plays defense the same way. You know, you have the 1-3-1, 2-3, 3-2, and man-to-man, and they just all play defense the same way. So team-specific defenses as well as team-specific playbooks should be interesting to find out about. Once again, it's one of those things where we have to wait and see, because you can have playbooks, but the only thing that really matters is how well the game can set up those plays. 2K12, they had playbooks, but the plays always, they just never worked out. By the time they got set up, the shot clock was down to about 7 seconds. So if they have playbooks and can actually set up plays, then that would be great. I'll be interested in that. And while I'm on this topic, they did say, we'll have inbound plays, but NLSC asked a really good question on determining who can inbound the ball, because usually it's locked to pretty much the small forward, I think, maybe the power forward. Who knows? It's always locked though. It's always constant, which is kind of whack. I want to have that option to pick who I want to inbound after a dead ball. So if they do have, the option to run plays, it'll all work out. One question that was brought up is the intelligence of the AI, which is important. It's so important in basketball games for me, and sports games in general. But I mainly play basketball games. That means I really only play 2K. And sometimes, especially in my player mode, the AI on your team is stupid. And if you turn the difficulty up, they become dumber. And that's just not a good way to translate difficulties. Just make your teammates dumber. It doesn't make any sense. They do dumb things. They can't get rebounds. They throw the ball out of bounds all the time. They shoot unnecessary three-pointers. And I'm talking about centers and power forwards that pulled up for three-pointers for no reason. And so, according to NBA Live 14, AI will be driven by real-world data with court queue. And this is supposed to add more realism to the game. So hopefully it does. Hopefully the game just doesn't dumb down your teammates and make the CPU look better, because that's what we're going through right now. That's what really happened. Now, someone did ask about defense and about the sliding on defense, because that happens on basketball games. Most of the time on basketball games, or at least the ones I played, it seems like the offense always overpowered the defense. Like, it didn't matter. Like, the defense side of basketball games always got assed out for some reason. And I'm not sure why. It's just like that. But NBA Live said the new locomotion system results in authentic movement, which is good, because I don't want to be sliding all over the place. We look like I'm on ice skates, can't keep up, which happens a lot. So this new locomotion system, I can't wait to see how that plays out. Hopefully it plays out well. Hopefully we're just able to stay in front of the ball handler, because sometimes it's difficult. Maybe I was just stuck on defense. That's probably part of it too. But we'll just see how it all plays out. Those were the questions and answers I was interested in. If you really want to see all the questions, you can go check out their Twitter. Links in the description below. But I just pointed out the ones that seemed important to me. So anyways, I'll holler at you all later. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments too. Get that discussion going. Y'all know what's up. Thanks for the support. As always, peace.